Hi guys, what's going on? Jack from Minifigs here, and today I'll be talking about some of the best LEGO themes that you should invest in. Obviously this is just my opinion, so don't take this as financial advice. You need to do your own research when it comes to choosing what LEGO sets to invest in. As always guys, I really appreciate you watching this video, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to check out some of my other videos which cover a whole host of different subjects, including how to get LEGO cheaper, so check that out. So starting off our list at 5th place, we have LEGO DC. Now I know what you guys are thinking, how has LEGO DC got on this list? And don't get me wrong, I totally get why a lot of people would choose not to invest in LEGO DC, as some of the LEGO sets can be very hit and miss, and arguably some of the characters are not as popular as say Marvel characters or Star Wars characters. However, there's always been one avenue of LEGO DC that has always performed really well, and that is the LEGO Batman franchise. With Batman being one of the most popular superhero IPs in the world, it's no wonder that his LEGO sets, and mainly his Batmobiles, sell so well on the aftermarket. And I think what's so great about a lot of the Batman sets, especially the ones that do include either the Batmobile or the Batwing, is that it's mainly suited to more of an adult audience. And most of those sets have real displayable qualities about them, which means they look really nice on your shelf or on a bookcase. They just look really cool. So I think that's one reason that collectors are willing to pay a premium for these sets on the aftermarket. So yeah, I know a lot of people tend to sleep on the LEGO DC franchise, but when it comes to the LEGO Batman and the LEGO Batmobile sets, especially the ones that are cheap, I think there's real room for growth in the aftermarket once the sets are retired. So LEGO DC I'd say is at least worth considering when it comes to investing in. And in at number 4 we have LEGO Marvel superheroes. Now don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the LEGO Marvel theme, and I collect a lot of the sets and even more of the minifigures. However, some of the sets can be a little hit and miss, especially when it comes to investing, as some of the LEGO Marvel sets haven't increased that much over the years. However, others have done really well, and that's mainly due to the minifigures that come with them. If you find the right set with the right superhero or supervillain, especially one that's only ever been released in one form once, then you could be on to a real winner. As a lot of people, like myself included, will try collect a lot of the Marvel minifigures, especially the more unique ones. So it's all about trying to find the right set with the right minifigures in it. One other little tip I will give when it comes to investing in this LEGO theme is that you don't want to buy LEGO sets from unpopular Marvel movies. And when I say that, I'm thinking of franchises such as Shang-Chi, Eternals and Captain Marvel. All of those kind of sets you definitely want to avoid. So stick with more popular parts of the theme, such as Spider-Man, Avengers, Thor, Hulk, Iron Man, anything like that, and you're on to a winner. And in for our third spot, we have LEGO The Lord of the Rings. Most LEGO enthusiasts will tell you that the LEGO Lord of the Rings is one of the best LEGO themes they have ever made. Everything they've ever released, from the sets to the minifigures, have been absolutely on point, and Lord of the Rings fans have lapped it up. And yes, I know a lot of the Lord of the Rings sets were released many years ago, and thus, well, it's obvious that they would see an increase. But even when you take a look at some of the fairly newer sets, such as from The Hobbit, and you take a look at the Desolation of Smaug set, which featured Smaug the Dragon, his price alone has reached nearly £200+. And you can look at almost any other Lord of the Rings minifigure, such as Aragorn, the Mouth of Sauron, Saruman, and they've all skyrocketed in price over the years. And with LEGO recently renewing its LEGO Lord of the Rings theme, there's certainly a lot to look forward to. And we've even had rumours of LEGO releasing a $500 Rivendell set later this year, so stay posted for that one. And I really do think that this is a sign that LEGO will start releasing a lot more Lord of the Rings sets in the next few years. And it's widely known that Lord of the Rings fans, and Tolkien fans in particular, are some of the most loyal, hardcore fans you can find, willing to spend vast amounts of money on any kind of merchandise. And I've absolutely no doubt whatsoever that when those new sets come out, and when they eventually retire, if you pick even half decent sets, Lord of the Rings fans will be willing to pay a premium for them. And I don't want to forget to mention that we've currently got released the LEGO Lord of the Rings brickheads. And a lot of brickheads have been a nice little investment for a lot of people, so you definitely wouldn't want to sleep on those. And in at number 2, we have LEGO Ideas. LEGO Ideas has proven that slow and steady almost always wins the race. It really has been an amazing addition to the LEGO themes, and I just love how innovative some of the sets are, featuring sets and characters from some of your favourite movies that you never thought would be put into LEGO. And one thing that makes the LEGO Ideas such a good investment is that a lot of these sets are one and done, meaning they'll never make any more of these sets. So you won't see any more Home Alone sets, or Sesame Street sets, or Winnie the Pooh sets. It's likely that they'll never be made ever again, meaning that if you've bought a few of these sets, then expect those sets and minifigures to go to the moon. And one thing we know for sure as investors is that it's the adults that are going to be willing to pay a premium for LEGO sets. And that's the brilliant thing about LEGO Ideas, is that all the sets are basically aimed at adults. And a lot of the sets are based off popular franchises. So when you're investing in sets that are based off popular franchises and that are aimed at adults, then once they've retired, those adults are likely to pick up the one set from their favourite franchise that was ever made by LEGO, and hopefully you'll have it. So LEGO Ideas is definitely one theme you don't want to sleep on. But before we get to our top pick of the day, I thought I'd do a little honourable mention. We've got the Indiana Jones theme, which contains a lot of sets that have increased in value quite nicely over the years. And with the release of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which is coming out later this summer, that could spark a lot of people's interest back into the franchise. And shout out to Brick Fanatics, who have leaked some of the upcoming Indiana Jones sets that are releasing later this year, and you'll notice that the price points are actually fairly cheap. And that's certainly some good news, as it gives us wiggle room to gain some profit when it comes to reselling in a few years' time. And for our final top spot, you've probably guessed it, it's LEGO Star Wars. This one was pretty obvious, wasn't it? LEGO Star Wars is by far the best selling theme they have to their name. And it's no surprise, is it? As bad as the Star Wars franchise is in terms of movie and TV shows at the moment, Star Wars will always remain one of the biggest franchises and IPs on the earth, with one of the most dedicated fan bases you can find. So it really is no surprise, is it, that year after year, LEGO Star Wars sets continue to be one of the best earners when it comes to LEGO investing. Sure, you get some bad sets here and there, but overall, most of the LEGO Star Wars sets that are released, especially ones with named characters, seem to always do well post-retirement. But if you pick sets from the original trilogy, but mainly from the Clone Wars era, then those are the sets and the minifigures within those sets that are gonna get you a massive amount of profit if you hold on to it for a few years. And just like with the LEGO Marvel theme, the Star Wars universe is so vast and has so many characters within the universe that there ends up being so many minifigures that only ever get made once. And those are the ones that will see a significant increase in their value. A good example of this is the recent retirement of the LEGO Armorer's Mandalorian Forge, which features the Paz Vizsla minifigure, a fairly obscure character in the Star Wars universe. Yet, due to a cool design and the fact that he may not ever feature in a LEGO set ever again, his price has basically already reached the price of the set that he retailed in only a month ago. So in conclusion, LEGO Star Wars is my favourite LEGO theme to invest in. Not because it's always the best in terms of your profit margin or your return on investment, but because it's the safest. Especially if you're a big Star Wars fan like me, and you know the franchise inside and out, and you know what the fan favourite characters are. That will definitely help you to decide which sets to buy and which sets to pass on. So what do you make to this list? Are there any themes you think I missed out on? Let me know down in the comments. I always really enjoy talking to you guys about LEGO investing and collecting. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in LEGO content, then feel free to subscribe and check out my channel for some of the other videos I've got. Anyway guys, I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.